Basic Beginner's Guitar, Perfect Timing, A Focused Approach, Book 1. This is Lesson 6, Part 2. I had gone over, we're on page CS3, that just follows regular page 46. And we had done the little two-line piece at the top that has single notes, like a little melody, with chords and just slashes, like a G, and then 3 slashes, and then a C and 3 slashes, then a D. Let's see. Okay. And then another G, and they're all downstrokes. They're kind of pictured above the staff, the lower staff there. And showing here that the slashes mean to strum once, like that lower thing, staff that says chords on it. It starts with its G to be ready, play. 2, 3, 4, the C. 1, 3, 4, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all downstrokes. So I kind of jumped into then these chord strum patterns. And there are 4 of them pictured there on the second, the lower half of the page. I think we visited this easy one first, but I'm putting in this the ands in between the counts 1, 2, 3, 4. So you count these like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, we're gonna revisit that concept later, learning about eighth notes and how to count that, but that's a little bit later, so don't get excited. But the first one, you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but you're only coming down, instead just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same strum, but you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so the reason for that is when it gets a little more complex here. The next one, of course, was, and I did these 2 at the end of the last lesson, but I was getting rushed, so I wanted to do it with a little more time, especially since the last 2 get a little trickier. And I'll make sure you get them because they're really cool. So the down, up, down, up, down, up. That's the second one. So you're ready, play, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Right. So instead of saying down, up, you'd count and put ands between the counts like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Going down on the counts, the downstroke, and on the ands, you're coming up, down, up, 1 and 2 and. Okay. Third one's where it starts to get a little tricky. You're still counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you always will. Even the fourth one's like that, but you're leaving some of the strums out, okay? And this is where it gets tricky. So you're going to go, your hand's always moving the same, just like you're counting the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But you're on this number 3 one, if you notice, the first up, the and of 1 and, there is no down or up beat. It's just skipped, okay? There's nothing there. So your hand has to come up. So extremely slow, it's just like down, up without hitting it, and then the rest is the same as 2, the second one, that pattern, okay? Down, up, down, up. Okay, so down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so that's pretty common. Throw some chords onto that, a G, C, and a D, and see how it sounds. Yeah. I made a little variation there at the end. Sorry about that. Force of habit. Just went to something a little different naturally. Wind it back and see if you can figure that out. The fourth one is the way cool one. As I have noted there, it is the hardest but coolest. These are very highly technical music. Learned these at the Peabody Institute, these terms. Hardest but coolest. I think there they would say most cool, the most cool strum pattern. Yeah, I'm going to stay with coolest. And the pattern is used a whole lot. Basically, as you can see, it's a little chopped up, right? First one, the third one was easy. You just had to skip that one. But here you go, down, skip, down, up, skip, up, down, up. So it's down, down, up, down, or say down, down, up, down, up. Actually, I'm kind of speaking it funny. It's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Are you getting confused yet? Look at your page, look at me, kind of both at the same time. It's like this. So to speak it, as we're playing it, I'm just alternating on D and C, or G and C. So down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Go to a D. Down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. The last one was just an ending strum, chord strum, okay? One extra G I did there. So it was 1 and 2, I'm sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and, uh-oh, I messed up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? A little tricky, right? It's a piece of cake, really, once you do it. You know, I'm doing it there, and since I don't have to count, it makes it a lot easier. Got carried away. That wasn't real pretty. Okay. Don't try what I just did. You could get a cramp in your finger if you're not properly trained. But so I spent a fair bit of time on that. Sorry for straying off into a little bit of extra stuff there, but actually you should have been able to strum that, you know, with me. Let's simplify it a little. I'm going to play G, then C, then D, then G, okay? But I'm not going to go real slow, okay? I'm going to kind of moderately. When you get ready, I'm going to count, and G, C, and D. 1, 2, ready, play. C, D, G. Okay, I did them each twice. I guess you caught that. Let's try it again. We're doing them each twice. Ready, play. Coming down one more time at the end of those. When I do the whole pattern, I always end on a downward strum of the G. In case you were wondering, like, what did he do there? Okay. CS4, another way chords are shown in musical notation, similar to what was shown on the previous page where the two staffs were, actually the plural of staff is staves. I was thinking I touched on that before, but maybe I didn't. Anyway, where they were, the two staffs or staves were tied together with the melody on top and the chord names, and the strums were on the bottom staff. Sometimes the individual note of the chord are shown stacked together in one location. I think I might have read something a little bit funny there. Sorry, kind of just spitting this all back out. But basically, instead of seeing like the third to last sentence there up top, it's instead of seeing just the C chord, for the C, and you have to know the chord, just seeing a C followed by the strum slash symbols, you would see it would look like this. So there's the melody, same melody, I believe there, and then there's what we had on the previous page, but you would have this instead. So I said, you would C followed by the C followed by the strum slash symbols, like this: C slash or strum G strum. You have the actual notes that make up the chord here. Okay, so that's probably the first time you've seen that. There's a C and there's a G. Let's see what my time is. What I want to get through and convey to you here is that the notes of the chord, just like putting the chord name there, in this case you have the notes of the chord and the slash symbols they'll showing that they repeat until there's a different chord. Okay, so the first measure here is a C and the second measure here is a G. I have one problem with showing a chord in standard musical notation, and you may have noticed this if you're really kind of watching what notes are being played within the chords we're making, that they don't always stack those notes exactly the same. Try to make this make sense. In a given chord diagram, okay? So if the chord matches C and G that we've learned, they should look like this, really, okay? Those are the exact notes that we have in the chords that we've learned, and it's still a G chord and a C chord, or is that vice versa? I think it's a C chord and a G chord. Yes, C and G, yeah. Looking at it backwards, you can kind of tell C, G, and E are the notes in a C chord. So, but down here is kind of what we're actually playing. There's showing 4. So you have E, C, G, and E. Okay, so you have E, C, G, and E. Then you also have a low C with the full chords. Okay, so just to let you know that when you look at it, and if you're really trying to memorize how to play these chords from looking at this, it's a little bit trickier. Okay. It's well worth mentioning, okay? So, compare the notes, the note sets to our chord diagrams for C and G. And the bottoms should match, so just be aware that this occurs rather frequently. That's page CS4. CS5 is saying, so we've learned G, C, and D chords. Let's look at, what's my time? Yeah, I got a little bit of time, not much. Let's look at some more. There are 8 basic open chords. Okay, that's this page here. Oh, he's really studious, isn't he? I'll tell you, just got a haircut. There are 8 basic chords. They are the G, C, and D, the ones we've already learned. And then there are these other 5. A. I'm going to play them just so you hear them. We're going to look at them in a minute. E. A and E major, and then D minor. Ooh, they sound kind of ominous, right? Minor chords are that way. A minor, same thing, right? Sound kind of like spooky music, or sad music. E minor, so E minor, okay? Yeah, I'm about out of time, so we're gonna try all 5 new chords here and watch the X's and the O's above. 3 chords have strings that you should not play. Okay, that's all laid out. So, okay, I'm gonna have to jump off. Strum each chord using the strum patterns we've learned. That'll be fun for you. Okay, all right. So turn it off and do that. Have a good time. See you at the next lesson. Okay, 7-1, I believe.